Hello, everyone. Brett Carper, Team Last Chance Swings and Labs, aka Feathered Mafia. Wanted to, get with the Godfather, the guy that got me in all of this crazy stuff that you guys are going to get to see me do, and the things that you have gotten to see me do. And wanted to introduce the business without Team's Last Chance Swings and Lab, Feathered Mafia would have never came to be. There is a very special person who's actually standing behind the camera. She's the godmother. She is also known to everybody around here as Crystal. I call her Mom, Godmother. She calls me a lot of other things that I probably can't say on YouTube. But it was very important for me to get the Godfather, Stuart Young, on here. You guys are going to see some video of him in some upcoming stuff this year, and hopefully I can get him back out of retirement for the second time to do some shooting with me on the sporting clay or the FITAS course. But real quick, Godfather, I tell you all the time, I said at the beginning of this, I wouldn't be where I'm at doing what I'm doing without you getting me into this crazy lifestyle 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yes. And to think it was just over some dog that you couldn't handle.
That's right. We'll get into dogs and stuff. We'll do some more videos like this, just kind of sit downs with Stuart and I, and share a little bit more about our history. But today is about Last Chance Swings and Labs.
Yeah. Well, 1999 I started it. And Crystal, my lovely bride, who of course decided she didn't want to jump in on this video, but she is, overseeing the camera work. But in 1999, I started this business. I actually started it just as a dog training and dog breeding business. Yeah. And then I was working for a gentleman, guiding hunts on a controlled shooting area. And I left there, and some of the clients that were going there just kind of, I don't know, they had my private number. They called me and they said, hey, we want to come hunt, but we don't want to hunt with that guy. We want to hunt with you. So can you take us hunting? And I said, well, let me get back with you in about 10 days. So I made a few phone calls around town. Luckily, I grew up here, and I know a lot of landowners, farmers, stuff like that. Got some permission to hunt some ground, called the guys back, and I said, let's go. And I think the first year I guided 3 hunts, and it was all strictly pheasants. And then from there it started building, and I've been doing this 26 years. 26 years. Yeah, been doing it 26 years. And roughly we ran into a period there. It was all pheasant hunting when I first started out. The labs were doing great. I was selling a lot of pups, and I was training dogs back then. I trained for about 14 years with dogs, and then I walked away from that. I made up my mind that when it got to be work, I didn't want to do it no more. So when I didn't want to get out of the house and go to the kennel, it was time to quit that. And I walked away, never had any regrets about it at all. But we still have a couple litters of pups a year, and I sell them all over the country. And a lot of them have done exceptionally well in both the trials, circuit on AKC, UKC, and hunt trials like what we do.
Yep.
But we went through about here in Kansas where we had a really, really bad drought. Pheasant population went down. For some reason, I got interested in duck hunting. Started learning how to duck hunt more and more and more. And then all of a sudden, I added that into the business. And then, like I was saying, I met Brett because I was still training dogs, and he had a black lab by the name of Remy that he just did not see eye to eye with. So he calls me up on the phone. I meet the dog. Realized right away the problem really wasn't the dog. The problem was Brett. So it took a little bit of training with Brett, but I got him squared away and brought him on. He called me up out of the blue, and he says, hey, do you need some help? I need to make a little extra money.
Yep.
And I said, well, yeah, why don't you come out? We'll just try it. See, now I've had other people try this, and after one day, they said, no, we ain't doing this no more. I'm out of here. For you to guide and do what we do, you gotta love what you do, because guiding is, well, I always tell Brett, guiding is not hunting. Guiding is taking care of a hunter, but it's not hunting. And there's a lot of things that go into it, which we'll discuss on down the road as we're doing these things. But I brought him on board, and 10 years he's been with us. And like he said, he calls us godmother and godfather, and we call him our godson. And he matured, he grew, his attitude changed a lot. He finally figured out, how to do things that worked in his realm and still didn't make me nervous at the same time.
Well, I think there's times that I still make him nervous.
Well, every once in a while, but he's getting a lot better. So, and then, he also asked me I shot sporting clays and feed tasks competitively for years. And then he asked me to come out of retirement. I came out of retirement, shot for about 3 years, and I'm really not in retirement. I just don't shoot as much as I used to.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So that was me. That was my fault there. But so the reason that we started shooting again was to eventually get us, well, me, to a place to where maybe one day I can win one of these things.
Oh, you're going to win one of those this year.
So what these are is we run in the North American Gun Dog Association field trial. So hopefully we're going to get some video of that for you all to watch. And the trophies here are all from 2023, 2024, and 2025. Stuart has had a heck of a run with our labs, and he's been in the top 5, as you guys can see, for 4 out of the 3, or he's got 4 trophies out of 3 years.
Yep.
And the reason for that is you ran one of our dogs, missed in the amateur division, and with her finish, she got pushed up to that open division, and so now we're currently running 3 dogs in the open division, 2 dogs in the amateur division, and we're going to make a run at a doubles title, I think, this year, right?
Yes, we are.
So thanks everybody for joining us. We're all out of fun tokens. That's all we got for you today, but make sure you subscribe to the page, like the video. That way you guys can get some notifications as we go through this season of hunting and field trials. And who knows, there may be a shoot or 2 in there that if I'm not guiding, maybe I can sneak away and shoot some sporting clays and burn some powder. But that's it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we appreciate it. Godfather, you got anything you want to say?
Keep your powder dry.